This is Matthew Sims from Encore Automotive Diagnostics and Repair, reporting live from Times Square, letting you guys know we're thinking about y'all. Any automotive concerns, repairs that you may need, feel free to give us a call at 919-539-7265 or stop by the shop at 816 South 3rd Street, Smithfield, North Carolina. Y'all have a nice day. Stop. Okay. Once you get this ready to install, put some grease here, keep the water out, align this perfectly right here. Couple taps. I hate sitting on my ass on the ground. I know why I'm having a hard time. I need the wrong damn hammer.
Yeah, you ain't got, the only thing you need to balance is this, not your feet, right? And once you get it to where it seats, golly. I'm using this non-marring hammer here. Once it seat down. So you see the grease coming out there? To let you know that it's seated. It's seated. That's it. That's it.
Both sides?
No, I just gotta go put this wheel bearing and rotor on this. Once that's done, make sure that's seated up there.
Where these folks at?
New York. Oh, they ready.
They are.
Yeah, they ready.
So we ain't.
All right, we're at the bearings now. We're gonna tighten the wheel bearing down to seat it. Once we seat the wheel bearing, we're gonna back it off. Okay, you don't want it too tight and you can damage the wheel bearing. So once you get it there, snug, I mean you can really mess this up bad, y'all. And I believe that's what the transporters was doing, trying to actually, I think they were tightening it because they was unsure of the procedure. But this style setup here, it does not require much tightening at all. So once you tighten it, you know, you're gonna have to back off of it. You're gonna have to back off of it. Look at that grease and little dirt there that we're gonna clean off. I hate working outside. I think we got some dirt inside of this thing here. Let me clean this out some. But yeah, once you get this snug, you really have to back it off, because if it's too tight, you're gonna burn these bearings up. I got a dirt dauber or something running around me. So once you, that's it right there. Alright, you see the hole, you gotta make mindful that that's where the cotter pin is gonna go. So you gotta make sure that you can see that hole when you're coming back on with this spindle nut. Y'all making me nervous. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm alright.
You doing alright? Doing it. I just was sitting back talking to a guy from Carbon Tech. A guy from Carbon Tech came by.
About what?
A machine. We sitting there for that you put in your vehicle when you possibly may have carbon build up. I'm sitting there like, man, that shit took me away from this for an hour. Yeah, but you still got the axle up there. The axle up there. It's in the Jaguar. And that's how it's done. Once you put that in there, you're gonna have a little bit of the cotter pin hanging. You take this right here. Man, I knocked the heck out myself just then. Good gracious. I mean, the goggles wouldn't even help. I swear I cracked my nose. Good gracious. I'm not gonna edit that out. If that was caught, I want that to be caught. I really want that to be caught. And that's how that's done, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna put the bearing caps on, gonna put some grease in here, and we will definitely put grease in here to keep water out. And once that's done, you're free to ride. Okay, welcome back. Encore Automotive Diagnostics and Repair Magic Tip Boat Trailer. All right, and what we have here is a encased in plastic braided steel brake line that we're going to use on the Magic Tip boat trailer. And this is the last section and piece to the puzzle that need to be corrected for this vehicle to get on the road. Now, this was sourced from Parker's. This looks a little different than what's on the vehicle already, but it does look like it's durable and it looks like it will work out perfectly. We're gonna go ahead and put it on the vehicle and then bleed the brakes and get it out of here. I'm gonna do it right there in the yard so I don't have to keep hooking it up and moving it. The customers are supposed to be here to pick it up in the morning. So let's go ahead and grab the creeper and go out here and see if the length and everything is correct. Let's hope we're not too short, you know. Step away from the phone, step away from the shop, and we're gonna count this as pretty stable since the wheel is up, the anchor is down, or whatever you call that piece over there. You got that. Comment below for that part of the trailer, whatever that is. We're gonna call it the wheel. Okay, and let me correct my memory here. And I believe it goes here. Alright. Out here in the yard we might run across a snake. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that's it there. Oh, this was rotating lovely. Alright, so let me bring you back up to speed. We got the brake line. The brake line here originally will not thread into the union here, and I got the union with me, and we're gonna see if this goes in perfectly. Well, we got this part, got this screw here, got both washers and the banjo bolt right here, got the washers and the banjo bolt. So this is gonna come in like this. All right, we're gonna put one washer here. All right, bam. All right, And then put this here. Alright, and this line is going to thread in here as well at the bottom of this port right there. Alright, so that one was down, this one is going to be up. I don't know. Oh man, we dropped it in the grass here, and I can't see where for grab. Let's see if you can find it in the grass before me. Nope. That third eye, that GoPro, put it right on together. Make sure we don't got any foreign matter on it. Put it in. Now that was up. That was down, and this got to be up. Now I don't know if that one was that one. I would imagine it needs to go in that leg. Continue coming. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. Let's see. Let's go in like this. I'm gonna go like this. All right. We're just gonna go like this. No, that's not gonna look right. Alright. Even if it was right there. And turn, let's see. Alright, we're gonna rotate it. Alright, cause I don't know how that's gonna work out any other way. Alright. Then we're gonna thread this one in here. Alright. Originally we were gonna get some conduit and stick across this beam here, but this came in road ready protected. It has a, I'm gonna say a silicone outer layer and braided steel inner layer. This runs the duration of this axle assembly beam through here. Try to keep this out the dirt. And it threads in right here. So they were well ready, and I guess we're gonna use the zip ties to do this, but I really don't want to use zip ties on this line, because to be honest with you, that zip ties, it seems like it's gonna work out perfectly, but as soon as you start getting rubbing, it just doesn't work out good. Like, it just, no. Friction is like starting a fire. Alright, so now we can't do no foolishness and cross thread this thing. So what we need to do is go ahead and get it straightened out, do a good hand motion, finger tight all the way to the bottom, make sure this is pushed all the way in, and rotate this clockwise, and from there this is gonna just secure here. So I'm gonna get my 10mm or 11mm wrench and tighten this out. I'm gonna get my bleeder, I'm gonna crawl on button underneath here, and I'm gonna open these ports, bleed it out there. The master cylinder's up there in the tongue of the trailer, and we're going to get this back on the road. Any questions or comments, please feel free to bring them to the comment below, or you can direct message, or just reach out to us here at the shop directly at 919-539-7265. We are looking for assistance and help. We're looking for mechanics and people up front that can help us do this lovely stuff that we get handed to us. Y'all stay safe and be blessed. Matthew Sanders, Encore Automotive, Diagnostics and Repair. magic tip boat trailer left by the transporters. We're not going to say abandoned, because transporters transport. So if they run into a mechanical bind, I wonder what the protocol is to get them out of that bind. Do they wait with the load, or do they carry on? And I can't sit here too long because I could be sitting in ants, and I don't want to be sitting in any ants. Okay, this is the last take we're going over here. If you remember the first video of the brake lines, you remember they were black, just like this normal standard one. But we had Parker hose line up the street sourced this one out from a company in Greenville. And you see it's color blue, it's braided steel on the inside there. I don't know if you're able to see it, but it is braided steel on the inside. And we did keep the same fashion with the zip ties. However, we did put an extra layer of added protection, which is already fitted on this brake line. And we got the new assembly on. And now what we're gonna do is bleed the system, and we're gonna get it up out of here. If you can look up there to the tailgate, which you can't really see, we got the brake fluid in there, and we're gonna hook it up here now, and we're gonna bleed this out, and then we're gone. I might spray it off, get the grease off the wheels, and keep it going. So we're gonna start on this one back here, and I'm gonna go over these, and that's how the brake lines originally were. Zip tied right on the rubber. I don't think that's standard on automobiles, but no, it's not standard on automobiles. I don't know how it became standard on boat trailers, but I believe somebody actually touched this trailer before. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my bleeder and get some. And I just don't want this thing to. Alright, this is gonna go ahead and start the bleeding here. And that turned out perfectly. You see how we're getting the flow of fluid in? Then I'm gonna stop it, and I'm gonna come to the next one. You see the fluid in there. Okay, we're gonna come over here to this one. Look, there's fluid in there. Finally giving this thing a bath. All that grease that was left originally, we're trying to get as much of that off as possible. Shout out to Purple Power. Alright, it's hot and humid today, and we are definitely excited because we are watching the owners of the boat pick up the boat to pull off. They are towing it back themselves to New York, and we're excited about this because it has been a real fiasco for these ladies and gentlemen, the owners, and we have assisted in getting them back on the road. So it really makes a warm feeling in my heart to get these fine people back on the road. We did come to the understanding once we were hands-on on the boat that the boat was not roadworthy when the transporters picked it up. So we're not going to put any shame or guilt on the transporters. We're just going to be totally understanding that this was completely mechanical failure and not any human malice. So we are getting ready to pull away. They're towing it back in a Ram 1500, and they are good to go. We're gonna get a good shot here of this right here, and it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day, lovely day. Now when y'all get home, I want y'all to send me a video or a picture.
Alright, no doubt. You're gonna be late.
I know.
You're gonna be late.
Maybe the next morning.
I'll send it tomorrow morning.
Don't be a stranger.
I got you.
And subscribe to the channel too.
No doubt. I definitely will. I definitely will. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate
Yes,
everything.
yes. All right, y'all take care now. And I may be calling you for some tips.
Oh, no doubt.
All right?
Got you.
All right. And then we got action. We got leaving the town.